hands on a clock ticking away. Hey there everybody, Matt O'Ree back here with you. Once again, welcome back to the official Matt O'Ree Band YouTube channel, MOBonTV. If you haven't clicked subscribe, please do so. Also hit one of those bell icons on any of our videos, and that way you'll be alerted next time we upload a video. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. All that helps for me to keep bringing you these cool videos on equipment. But before we start, holy crap, what a wild world we're living in right now, and I wish all of you here on YouTube and all my subscribers, I hope all of you are healthy and alive and okay. So hang in there, we're going to get through this. It's just a weird time to be alive, but it's better to be alive than the opposite of that. So stay healthy, try to eat healthy, exercise at your home, don't leave your home, do all the things that they're telling you to do, which is exactly what we're doing. My wife and I just barely finished our southern tour that we did. We were gone for 6.5 weeks, and we finished up in Daytona for Bike Week, and we literally just finished on that Sunday, and Monday the governor shut down all the bars and restaurants. So we were driving home listening to the radio and all the updated news of what was happening. Now we're here in New Jersey, which is a pretty heavily infested area, being so close to New York. And hopefully those numbers will start going down soon. Be safe out there if you have to go out. If not, stay home. You know, do what they're saying to do, because it's the better thing to do. So since we're home, everybody's home, what a good time to pass the time and keep making more videos for you guys on equipment. So I've been promising a new season of my gear tutorial season, and I am going to start it this week. I'm hoping to bring you videos every single day since we're home for probably the next couple weeks, if not next month. So we're going to start with a video that I shot when we were down in Dallas, Texas, and let me give you a whole intro on what was going on down there. So part of our tour led us through Dallas, Texas again, and this is our second time through, and we really have a big love for Texas. It's a great state. Dallas is such a great city. There's tons of work for musicians, and they're very appreciative of people who can play, and they were very warm, welcoming to us, which is just so great to see. And our numbers the second time through were about twice as what they were the first time through. So that means word's getting out. And one of the reasons that word is getting out is a new friend of mine named Dave Hinson. He has a music store called Killer Vintage in Dallas, Texas. And Dave and I really hit it off as friends, and Dave's got some killer gear, of course, at his place. He does a lot of vintage equipment, and he's also involved in a new pickup line called the Apache Paf. I think he kind of teamed up with Billy Gibbons on this one, because I know Billy's had a lot of say in on these pickups, and they're Alnico 2 PAFs, just like the old ones. Now, there's a lot of PAFs out there, and no surprise, people know that I'm a big fan and supporter of Peter Florence and his Voodoo pickups. I met Peter back in the late 90s, and Peter and I have been really good friends, and unfortunately and very sadly, and really broke my heart to find out that Peter had passed away. And not long before that, his son passed away in a tragic car accident. So it's just really, really sad to hear all that. And Peter, if you're up there, I'm sure you are. You know, this one's for you, pal. So Dave's been doing this new pickup called the Apache pickup. I decided to try it in my 06 R9. This was one guitar that I was kind of struggling with. Trying to find the right pickup for the right piece of wood is probably some of the bigger challenges to getting the guitar to sound right. Pots do play a part, of course, wiring does too, and we know amps and speakers, that's a whole nother ball game. So, but as far as the guitar itself, trying to find a pickup that really marries with the wood of the guitar. I feel like I got that with my Peter Florence pickups in my R8 2001. I've used that guitar predominantly out of all my Les Pauls for every gig, mostly every recording session too, since I got it in 2002. I think that guitar just sounds great as it is. I haven't touched anything on it except for changing the pickups, of course. So my '06 R9, and I've done videos comparing these Les Pauls to my friend's '59 Les Paul, the Danger Burst. If you haven't seen that video, check it out through, I'm sure you can find it on my YouTube channel, again, MOBonTV. So I decided to take a leap of faith and trust my new friend Dave and try his Apache pickups in my '06, and I'm totally blown away with the way it sounds. I think I finally found the right pickup that sounds great with that wood. The thing sounds, it's totally in that ballpark of the vintage, a real '59 Les Paul. Now, I think the difference between Peter Florence pickups and now these Apaches and of course originals is that the Florences are a little bit hotter, and you're going to hear this in the comparison of the video. It's pretty interesting what we captured. This video is different than last week's video. Last week's video was really just a teaser, and the audio was captured from my phone. This time, I brought in my Royer microphones. I had them with me on tour. I mic'd up my cabinet. I used my Trainwreck. I didn't do that last time. I used Dave's in-house Marshall. So if you watched any of my other videos, you got a good baseline of the tones that I normally get. So you can really get a better perspective on these pickups. So enough of my yakking. Let's get into the first part of this video, starting with the '06. Here we go. Well, I'm sure you're hearing what I'm hearing. So my 01 R8 is a bit girthier, a bit warmer sounding in the bottom. It also is a little bit more aggressive, and when I lean into some of those notes, it instantly goes into that high piercing feedback that we know the Trainwreck amp is so famous for doing that. Another cool thing about those amps too is usually that feedback will go into a harmony note of the note you're playing. You're a third, most of the time a third. I don't know how it does that, but it's pretty cool. So you can hear the Peter Florences are a bit more aggressive, probably a little bit hotter wind on the coil, I'm assuming. Peter not being here, I can't ask him what he did to those pickups, but I love that guitar for what it does, so I didn't want to change it because I want a guitar that can do that. So now you can see in the 06, it sounds a bit more of that Telecaster kind of thing on steroids, how I usually explain it. So let's jump into the next part of it. Dave had a pair of 1960 ES335s. One has a Bigsby, one has a stop tailpiece. So pretty interesting what these pickups sound like. I believe Dave said that some of the mojo of the Apache was modeled after the one with the Bigsby. So let's check this out. As we also know, those PAFs in the 335s are the same thing that would have been in a 60 Les Paul or 59 Les Paul too, I believe. I don't think that they changed anything different from guitar to guitar. I also was informed that they didn't really pay much attention to which one went in the neck versus the bridge. I don't know if that's true. Again, just things I hear on the street, just trying to share information of things that I hear with you guys. So let's check out the 335s. Now you can really hear the difference in the 335 since it is a semi-hollow body guitar. In the middle settings on some of the pots, so not on 1 or 2 or 10, but somewhere around 5 or 6, it gets a little bit woofier on that 335. But when it's dimed out, you can really hear the sound of those pickups. So last but not least, Dave also had a 1960, a real one, Les Paul. Completely untouched. It looked like a closet queen kind of guitar. This is the same one that I used in last week's episode, and we're going to listen to it a little bit closer, and you're going to hear how close his Apaches are to the 60. I'm smiling because I still can't believe it. Here we go.
Tonight is killer.
That thing's awesome. So what do you think? Dave Hinson at Killer Vintage, I think you've done it. So it's the closest that I've heard yet to that real sound, man, that we're all chasing after. Now, for those of you that are more hard rock players, a real 59 Les Paul or the real 59 PAFs might not be your bag because it's not going to give you that full aggressive thing. But that's kind of what I like about it, is that it doesn't have that. But like I said, for me, my 2001 R9 does with that Peter Florence pickups. So I want a guitar that can do that. I want something that can do those feedback notes when I want it, especially in the studio. So that's a really cool comparison. I really think that this really sheds some more light on what old PAFs really sound like. Of course, if you want more information on it, I highly suggest to check out my comparison with the Danger Burst, the other 59 Les Paul that I did, and you can really hear that thing sing. Anyway, any questions or comments, please email me at info@mattorie.com, my website, mattorieband.com. Hey, if you're not doing anything on Sunday nights, my wife and I are doing what's called a couch concert. It's a concert straight from our couch. You can chime in, you can request songs, you can tip us, you can put anything in our tip jar, of course, to help get a request in of a song that you might want us to play. We did one last Sunday that just passed, and it was an awesome success. We had so much fun. We had so many people thanking us for bringing some ray of sunshine to their quarantined life, and we we're so happy to be able to do that. On the tip thing, it's not required. You can tune in and just hang out and enjoy yourself too. So you can get that at MOBonTV.com. You can get it right here on the YouTube channel. We're going to be live on YouTube. We're also live on our Facebook page too, MOBonTV at Facebook, all that stuff. Also our Instagram as well. So tune in on Sunday night. But I think I'm going to see you guys tomorrow anyway, because I'm going to bring to you the start of, I think, the Gear Tutorial series. The whole Gear Tutorial series season 3 is all about pedals. And I'm going to be using my Trainwreck Rocket, of course my Ampeg V4, and we're going to dive into a whole bunch of pedals. I got a bunch of pedals that were on loan and also given to me, and I've been promising to do videos since I'm home, I have no excuse but to bring you these videos. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to click subscribe to MOBonTV. Stay safe. Don't get sick, and be safe out there if you have to go out. We'll see you later.